Good morning, magandang umaga po. I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for the news on 9A visa, SRRV visa, and so forth and so on. Well, I think SRRV visa is pretty much locked in, as I explained in my yesterday's episode of the video. But there is still an issue on 9A visa. I couldn't believe what is happening. Stay with me. We'll talk about it. The question on 9A visa is, are they being issued or not? Do they need an entry permit from DFA? Those are issues. And let me show you the comments I've been getting down below on my website. Okay, these are not emails, these are comments on the YouTube channel. And let's take a look at it and I'll show you what's going on. The first one came from Samuel. Samuel said, the Chicago Consulate sent me this email last night. I asked about a 9A visa. Note, I'm married to a Filipina in the Philippines. Email. Visa issuance to foreign nationals whose Filipino spouse is in the Philippines is temporarily suspended. They just activated it, effective May 1st. And it is already suspended. 53 minutes ago from A, it's an initial. The Bureau of Immigration already posted on their Facebook help website stating that foreign spouses and foreign parents of minor children don't need an exemption letter from DFA. They just have to prove that the Philippine spouse or child is already residing in the Philippines. I'd like it to be this way. But why are they posting it on social media? Why on Facebook? I was looking at Facebook and different kinds of people are posting in there, so I don't know. They have to have an official website, which they do. The problem is on their website, what do they have? Parties here, promotion there, and so forth and so on. They should put what the Filipino people are looking for, which is policies. That is what is lacking, the important thing. Next one came from VW. This is all from yesterday, okay? One may say 30 minutes, 59 minutes ago, but this is all yesterday. I received email May 4th, but it referenced earlier bulletin. The interweb are already lit up about this. Earlier bulletin, which is old news. This came from Burning 2 hours ago. For me, they said no need, just need to present connection to my wife and my son, and that they are citizens of Philippines and they located now in Philippines. Barangay certificate for wife and son, meaning to certify that they are in the Philippines. But Cebu Pacific is still using old guidelines to April 26. If they're not updated, will be trouble. So mine advice, those who are using Cebu Pacific, inform them if their guideline is based on April 26 to update. Cebu Pacific is also confused. Shoni, Asia Relocation. I guess this is a relocation company. Foreign spouses or children of Filipino nationals who will not be traveling together may enter Philippines with a valid 9A visa starting May 1. That was in the pronouncement. No need for DFA NTF exemption. That's not in the pronouncement. The pronouncement says all 9A visa will need DFA. So are they making this up? We don't know. 50 peso bill. I just received a reply from Philippine Consulate in Chicago, and according to them, visa issuance to foreign spouse is still suspended. There's another one. Not being issued, suspended. Now, read this one from Marshall. 3 times, the U.S. Embassy responded via email that DFA entry exception letter is not necessary for 9A spouse parent traveling with Filipino national. Just now, received an email from the U.S. Embassy stating DFA exemption is required for spouses, parents not traveling with Filipino nationals. So that's contradicting in the first paragraph. My gosh, what a mess. Letter from U.S. Embassy. Now this is the letter from the U.S. Embassy. Please be informed that the embassy just received instruction from Manila, May 2nd, 2021, that foreign spouses' parents who are not traveling with their Filipino spouse children cannot travel to the Philippines yet. For now, foreign spouses' parents are required to travel with their Filipino spouse children to gain entry to the Philippines. Please email us back May 10th to check if the Philippine government will issue revised guidelines on the entry of foreign spouses, parents of Filipino nationals who wish to travel to the Philippines and reunite with their spouse or children. Now, this is what I'm saying basically. This is what this is saying basically is that the balikbayan, when you're traveling with your spouse, is okay. Foreign nationals, foreign children can travel with the balikbayan or local or I should say Filipino or former Filipino nationals going back to the Philippines. But if it is separate, meaning they're separated from their spouse, wait until May 10th, according to this. I said, come on. And of course, I emailed Philippine Immigration yesterday. So now, let's get the real story. So what's really happening? What's going on? This is the email I sent to them yesterday. Here's another question. In the case of a foreign spouse who is not traveling with a Filipino citizen or former Filipino citizen spouse, my understanding is that he or she will have to get 9A visa. The new regulation says 9A visa holders will require a travel or entry exemption letter as well. Is this correct? Or is that requirement not applicable to those with balikbayan relative, spouse, or child in the Philippines? Thank you. Simple question. Now, I'm amazed. This was yesterday, and I received an answer right away. This is a record. Look at the time. 11:44 p.m. and they responded, wow, that's a record. Good evening. We will get back to you once guidelines on this specific visa issuance are received. Thank you, Philippine Consulate General. Ay. That means the previous one, where is it? This comment, when they said, please email us back after 10th of May to check if the Philippine government will issue. So that reply that I got from the Philippine Consulate in New York is consistent with this. So I think this one is fairly accurate. I don't know if it'll be May 10th, maybe it's sooner, maybe it's later. But it is so ridiculous. About a couple of days before May 1st, they came out with this pronouncement. They said, open again, okay? So, supposed to be effective May 1, then comes May 1, everybody is struggling with this. There's no problem with the balikbayan, and you're traveling with a spouse, no problem, that's in effect. But this issue about people traveling separate from their spouse that requires exemption letter is the issue. So for now, spouses who are stuck in the United States or overseas because they did not or were not traveling with their spouses, you will have to wait. They said May 10th. Maybe it'll be sooner, maybe it'll be later. So that is the last official update I have for you. Forget about Facebook. I don't know why immigration is using Facebook, and I don't even know who's talking on Facebook. So this is really very frustrating for people who are trying to get in there and they cannot. And these are mostly, I assume, well, it may not be a foreigner. It could also be a former Filipino can always go in as a balikbayan anyway. So this applies to foreigners married to Filipino citizens or former Filipino citizens. So I'm sorry, but that is where we are right now. Officially, I received that email from the Philippine Consulate, and that's the only news I can give you as of today. Thank you so much. Please do share this with other people so that they will be informed. And I'll let you know as soon as I hear something different from this. And hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. Thank you so much. Make it a great day. Please do subscribe unless you have already done so. And God bless.